My name is Mara Ellison, and I was 34 when I buried the only person who had truly raised me. My grandmother, Evelyn Shaw, taught me how to balance a ledger, patch a torn hem, and recognize love by who kept showing up. At her funeral, 2 chairs in the front row remained empty. I had saved them for my parents. 3 hours later, my phone lit up with a photo of them on a beach in Aruba. My mother, Celeste, held a drink beneath a caption, "Living our best life." Then another message appeared. It came from Grandma's number. "Come to the house now, sweetheart." I had watched Evelyn die 4 days earlier. Still, I drove. Her lawyer, Martin Hale, waited at the kitchen table with her phone and a sewing box. He apologized for frightening me. Grandma had told him to contact me from her number because I would always answer her. Inside the box lay a blue notebook, bank statements, and a durable power of attorney naming my mother. Evelyn believed Celeste was stealing from her, Martin said. She trusted you to understand the records. Numbers were my profession. I audited businesses, found missing payments, and rebuilt accounts from scraps. That night, while Daniel slept upstairs, I spread Grandma's papers across our table. The notebook began like a sick woman's diary. Mara brought soup. Treatment was hard, couldn't finish toast. Then the entries changed. Celeste says I spent $600. I did not. Another page listed $400 withdrawn on the 9th, $3,000 transferred on the 17th, $11,000 gone before month's end. "She thinks I'm too confused to count," Grandma had written. "I am weak, not foolish." Each note matched a bank transaction. My mother had moved the money into a Florida account while controlling Grandma's mail, bills, and bank access. Then I found the final account number on a prescription slip, a certificate of deposit Evelyn had built over 40 years. Celeste had emptied that, too. The total was $465,000. I called her once, giving her a chance. She laughed when I asked about the transfers. "You were Evelyn's charity case," she said. "I was her daughter. What belonged to her belongs to me." Then she hung up. Martin referred me to elder law attorney Priya Desai. Priya explained that power of attorney did not make Celeste an owner. It made her a fiduciary, legally bound to spend Evelyn's money only for Evelyn. We could demand a court accounting. If Celeste could not justify the transfers, the case could become criminal. "You need to understand," Priya warned. "Your mother may go to prison." That night, I became 9 again, waiting by a school stage curtain for parents who never came. I heard every lesson that trained me to stay quiet, keep peace, be grateful, do not make trouble. Then I opened Grandma's notebook. "Showing up is the whole thing, sweetheart," she had written on the last page. I finally understood. Showing up did not mean enduring betrayal. It meant standing between someone you loved and those hurting them. The next morning I told Priya to file. Celeste responded with threats, then tears, then an offer. Before the hearing, her lawyer proposed returning part of the money and signing Grandma's house over to me if I withdrew the complaint and stayed silent. Celeste reached for my hand in the courthouse hallway. "Take the house, sweetheart. You'll still have a mother." Sweetheart had been Grandma's word. Hearing Celeste use it felt like theft. "No," I said. In court, Priya placed Grandma's notes beside the bank statements, date against date, amount against amount. Celeste's attorney called the transfers caregiving reimbursements, but there were no receipts, agreements, or proof. The judge studied the exhibit while I read Grandma's words aloud. "I am weak, not foolish." When I announced that every recovered dollar would fund care for isolated elderly people, Celeste stood. "It was mine," she shouted. "I earned it for putting up with that old woman." Silence sealed the room. The judge ordered full restitution, doubled damages for bad faith, and referred the matter for felony elder exploitation. Celeste later accepted a plea and served time. My father testified against her for probation. The relatives who wanted inheritance instead of truth stopped calling. I kept none of the money. I created the Evelyn Shaw Fund, paying for rides to treatment, home aides, and companions who sit beside people with nobody else. Grandma's house became a residence for vulnerable seniors. On the day we handed over the keys, Daniel, our daughter Lily, and I sat on the porch. I had replaced the burned-out bulb above the door and left it glowing. Lily asked why. Because someone should always know they are expected, I told her. My mother once called me a charity case. She meant it as an insult. She was almost right. I was raised by the truest charity, a woman who appeared, stayed, and loved without keeping score. Evelyn sat in every chair my parents left empty. When her own chair became empty, I finally stood tall.